Well, what's up, everyone? I want to thank you guys for joining me today. This is Nelson, and I want to welcome you back to the channel also. Thank you guys for sharing and also for subscribing. This is one place that whenever you come, you're going to hear about a renewed mind. A renewed mind means it's like you're going back to the originality. You're going back to where everything was brand new. When you had that boldness and the courage to believe some things that to some people it is impossible. You see, I believe every one of us are here to evolve and to live a wonderful life. I don't care where you start, I don't care where you came from. I'm telling you from my experience, there's so many things that happened in my life that I now cherish those things. One time I almost died in a truck accident, and here I am was facing a divorce that I really didn't want, but it was so hurtful. And the thing about that, because my mind was not renewed, the things and the way I used to think, it could have been so bad. It could have turned out worse. It could have turned out really bad, I should say. But because of the way I was thinking, because of the seed that my mother planted, that seed really helps me to think about things from a different perspective. And that's why today I can help you with the things that you might be going through as far as trying to start over again, trying to rebuild, trying to get your mind right in different areas. We can help one another. As they say, iron sharpen iron. And the way I look at life, if I did follow through, would I be here today enjoying life the way I enjoy life now? No. So you see, I don't take things for granted. I look at people life as it is valuable, it is so important. You can't even put a price on it. And given to me, it is such a wonderful thing. The more I give, the more I receive. And it just makes me feel good about myself. And it just makes me feel good to see that person just evolving. It just makes me feel really good. But it takes me matter of fact, it takes time for me to get to where I am today because I wasn't someone who just wanted to get in front of a camera and just record and talk to people and tell them about things that happened in my life. It was very embarrassing to me, very embarrassing. Matter of fact, when I was going through, my family didn't even know that until I told them, "Well, I'm getting a divorce," and and it was so hard for me to say that. And then because of what I was thinking about what they will think about me and my friends, what they will think about me, man, some crazy thoughts begin to go through my mind because you don't want to face that. You want to get away from all that. You just want to end it all so that all that it's like a picture. You just want to stop it. You just want to hit the stop button on there and just let it go away. But little did you know, or little did I know, that if I just persevere, if I get through this, I would be living the life that I really or the life that I should be living. And I am living it today just because I did not throw in the towel, just because I did not follow those thoughts, just because I renewed my mind. I allow myself to to think differently. And there's a process through all this. It didn't just happen like that. I had to make up in my mind that looking at the outcome, what it would be like, and how good it will be when all this is over. I had to begin to look ahead. Like they said, living in the end. Where you at right now is not the end. So I began to look in the end, look at how things would be like if I just get through this. And I had to get rid of some of the naysayers, the advices that they was giving me. Yeah, they meant well, but I had to get rid of those advices. I remember I heard Jerry Savelle was telling a story about when his daughter, a chair, cut off a little piece of his daughter's finger, and some of his friends or people were saying, "Oh, I don't know why the devil do this and that," and he had to stop them because if he didn't stop them, the kind of thing that was gonna start going through his mind because he is believing by faith that his daughter finger would grow back, and it did. Today, it's for real. So you have to be able to know when to close the doors of the things that you're hearing from other people. Because if you don't, it will like adding more fuel to the fire. It will make you be more angry. It will make you begin to think more negatively. And when you begin to think that way, lo and behold, you will start to act on those things. Even in my present life today, I have to be able to know what to stamp out when I'm hearing other people and I'm seeing other things. What concerning it will, if you don't do that, it will trigger something. It will bring sometimes it will bring up some memory from the past. And that's why when right then and there, you have to be able to take control. You have to be able to take control, see where you are now, know where you are now, remind yourself, look at how far you have came. And if you went through all that and get to where you are, think about what lies ahead. It's not always easy. But you see, when you have the right people around you, when you're listening to the right thing, it's like a song. You listen to that song over and over and over, you're going to do exactly, or you're going to sing that song. You might even find yourself driving fast and like, oh, unconsciously, because you're in tune with that song, so you're digging that song so much that you begin to drive fast. That with the beat, you're keeping up with the beat. It's the same thing with your thoughts. It's the same thing with your mind. When you change the way you think, when you make up in your mind that I'm not gonna allow this to consume me, because look around you, you've seen some example, you've heard it on the news, and you can use those things to remind you, not to let it grow in your mind. But when things happen, it's like if you, well, matter of fact, you've heard about people who was in the NFL and had millions of dollars and end up broke. You can use that example as with the 1,000 or the 10,000 that you have to manage to remind you to handle things differently, not to go down the same path, not to do the same thing that they have done, but do it a little different. You can use those things. You can use your past experience to help you to evolve, because that's what we're here to do, to get better, to be awakened to the true, our true self, the one who can handle that large sum of money, the one who can handle that divorce, the one who can be more compassionate. Even after it's over, you still can pass a cup of water and you can still love them enough to, if there's a need, emergency, you can help. You have to be able to get past that hurt. You have to be able to get past that grievances, because if you don't, you will never get to know the true you, because you'll be hung up on all those things that happened in the past. So when you renew your mind, when you begin to go through the process of renewing your mind, like for example, using that method of letting go of the past hurt, the past things that you've heard, those old things that would rub you the wrong way, learn to let them go. Use that process. Yeah. If it ever show up, ask yourself, why are you feeling this way? Maybe it's something inside of you that you haven't dealt with as yet. You have to work on yourself, deal with yourself. And as you cleanse yourself, as you release and let go of the old past, and sometimes you have to do it more than once. It's just like washing a dish. I've washed some dishes with like the plastic dishes with that you might have a little oil in there. Sometimes you have to wash it 2 or 3 times to get all the oil out. I probably didn't do it right the first time, but maybe the third is the fourth time. Next thing you know, it's clean. All the oil is gone. It's the same thing. It's no different. Sometimes you have to do things more than once. And a lot of times, some people, well, sometimes folks will say, well, look at him. He will never change. Keep doing, keep going. And if you keep doing and keep going, I promise you, you will succeed and achieve what you're trying to do. That's why I teach a renewed mind. It will not just change your life, but it will change your lifestyle. It will change the way you live. You'll see yourself start to evolve. You'll see yourself start to progress mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially, all areas of your life as you change. I love what the scripture said. Let the word of God change you. Let it change the way you think, because it's all started in a thought. Why do a man go and kill another man? It's a thought that, oh, maybe he think he's better than me. Or there's a thought that caused these grudges to start. And he followed through because he keep thinking on those things. As a man think, he becomes. So this is something that is very serious. But if you take it for granted, I promise you will miss it every time. Use those past experience. to help you to grow and to go to another level. Don't linger there. Don't live in them. Because if you go back there and you live there, you will become that. You will be reliving the past. But just remind, you could just use them to remind yourself, look, I don't have to do that to get this. I don't have to hate to get justice. I don't have to despise someone or to show off on someone for them to notice me. Just be who you are. Remember who you are, and then you just live out your life. Again, this is Nelson. Until next time, I love you guys. Peace, and I'm out.